the end.
Hey, I don't know what they're slaying, but they're definitely not slaying their gameplay. I'll be honest. The fact that they're already backed into a corner, but when you're backed into a corner, there's nowhere to go but up or nowhere to go but forward. And that's what they got to look at. You got to have a positive mindset, even though you're going against a powerhouse like CR7. You want to make sure you play to your strengths. And I think that's what they tried in game number 2, at least to a certain extent. Didn't work out. I think Wicked's a really good player on the Bruno, of course. That's why I was worried about letting the Bruno go away. King's still really good on the Guinevere. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. At the end of the day, I think it just came to this game style, the synergy, which was completely missing. I'm not sure about the communication that's going on their side, of course, which seems to be a big question mark in my head. But I mean, every time I say it, the question mark that's not there for sure is the fact that nobody wants to give the Fanny away. Doesn't matter which side you are. Blue side, first ban, Fanny.
I mean, we've already seen the Fanny ones, and there's a reason why now. So yeah, we have seen the Fanny. There's a reason we don't want to give that, because Fanny can just lead a whole game, 1v5, right? Up to bot, to wherever she goes, she's gonna lead the whole game for her team. But right now though, extremely slay. They're being extremely slayed as we speak by CR7 here, and they need to find a way to navigate around what's happening, right? They need to think outside the box now. Like, okay, boys, we did things for 2 games, it did not work. We left them the same draft for 2 games, it did not work. So what can we do? Maybe we should do have some respect bans, you know, take out the Cho, take out the Beatrix, take out the Aurora, maybe change the flow a bit. Maybe it could go in your favor.
I agree. They need to learn how to change the flow, and that's what they did. They realized the problem was the fact that Nazardo was in their face with that Hilda. They take it off completely. Don't want to give that first pick away. The Zushin's taken off the table as well. Why you don't want to give a lot of control, especially in the hands of 26TZ. Of course, they're going to ban out the Bruno and the Chip. Of course, the Chip used to live on the red side. The first ban, that corner spot was safe for Chip. Right now, he's a little more flexible with a lot of nerfs being hit on him. So it's not exactly a ban that's needed. So I think they've listened to Yahaki. They changed the flow a little bit, but guess what? CR7, we don't care. We want what we want. We get the assassin. You can take the link. We will take the Hayabusa.
Listen, I only have one pick in particular that I have my eye on. It's the Cho. Do not give the Cho to CR7.
No, but right now it's gonna be like you're gonna deny the Cho, yes, but at the same time, is Kingster really good on the Cho? Let's be honest over here. Let's be honest. Okay, you're good on the Cho. He was a jungler. You don't really play Cho in the jungle. You can see that. Now he doesn't want to go with the Cho. He goes with the Matilda. And yes, you can pop Cho in the EXP lane, but is it really the best place for him? He's not even going to come out there. Guess what's going to happen on the other side? Cho is really good against the Matilda as well, but Matilda is really great against the Cho. So that's smart play coming out from Extremely Slay. So right now they're thinking, finally, after 2 games, they got a light bulb lit in their head, and they're like, okay, guys, we really need to think right now. We're not going to play brain dead. And that's what they do. But guess what? How could they do this once again? They gave away the Beatrix to who? The one and only Pelametronium. Of course, they have a Gato picked up as well. So it's the same kind of a draft. Front to back, they have the engage in the form of the Gato this time.
This time we're only gonna see supporting picks coming in from the side of CR7, but now Kingstad picks on in the Alpha, and to be fair, I don't really like Alpha against Hayabusa matchups, but I do have a respect pick for the Alpha here against the Gato Catcha, and is potentially, if he catches the Beatrix, it could be really fatal for the side of CR7, alright? That allows for an aggressive comp here, especially alongside Matilda. Last time, you and I, Kronos, casted that game last time, I think CR7 was playing with that Alpha and Matilda comp.
Yeah.
And it was insane, right? Spear of Alpha over and over and over and over. So
yeah,
it is a composition that I am fond of, but at the same time, you gotta have that aggressive and like really good execution on it, right? That aggressive playstyle, you gotta have that insane communication level coming in with your Matilda.
Yeah, I think that's the thing, right? They're looking to play that Alpha Matilda combo, which a lot of people have said is kind of an auto win if you play your ranked games. Of course, Hockey is still in like epic, so you can say sorry for him in the chat anyway. But right now, looking at the second few bans that's coming up, but what he said is right, folks. You know that combination is kind of nasty. It kind of it kind of asks questions that you can go in and kite out at the same time. So it provides a lot for the team. But looking at that, they finally listened, Hockey. They finally listened. They took out the two problems, so you can see from the first from the first two games, the three picks that were a problem are completely banned out. And extremely slay right now. They cooking something. Hopefully, whatever they're cooking smells nice. Because on the other side, CR7 they realize the threat in the goal lane this time is the Moscow and the Herod. The Herod kind of not to bully Pelemetronio in lane because he is a lane bully anyway. But right now, this Gato is still a flex from the side of CR7. Looking at Bubble, I think he might want to go for a mid laner that could kite well. The Valentina works well here. You can copy the AOG. You can also maybe go for the Vexana, which will be a problem, a complete threat to try and control these team fights with those knockups. Looking for what?
Ooh.
Is
that a Cho?
Hold on. Is that a Cho that we're looking at? Is that?
Oh wait,
no,
never mind.
I was excited. Hockey. I was like, Cho roam, Matilda mid lane. Somebody's cooking something. Kingsta, can you really play the Cho? Question mark. But right now they got the 1-1.
I got surprised, but to be fair, knowing from my experience, I don't think 1-1 is the greatest choice against Beatrix.
No, right? Absolutely not.
I've seen.
I agree.
I've seen many 1-1 Beatrix matchups, and it's always Beatrix coming out on top. So it's quite a questionable pick, right? But at the same time, Pelemetronio, for the side of CR7, they're taking in the Valentina and the Tig. But once again, you still have good stuff open, such as Eve now is actually open, and Vixana could be troublesome for the Hayabusa, right? So you still have variety of picks. Low Yi is also still on the table because they have Tig. You can use that Tig to poke a lot with that Low Yi, right? So they have really good variety of mages here. So it depends.
I think. Oh, whoa! Wait a second. Okay, I'll be honest, Hockey. I'll be honest. I don't like this Feramis pick. I don't like this Feramis pick. It does not make sense whatsoever. Why? Because now you're completely rendering your 1-1 useless. Because they picked up a Valentina on the other side. So by the fact you wanna provide extra sustain for your team with that Nether Realm. But guess what? The Valentina is gonna copy that. And you know who hates the Nether Realm? A 1-1. The 1-1. The crossbow of Tang is unlocked. You want to dish out the damage. You want to hop onto the next person when you pop your Inspire. And the fact that they've given away such a free ultimate to the other side seems that they're definitely not. I don't know. They were cooking in the first half. It's like that meme. They had me in the first half, not gonna lie. Because right now, ladies and gentlemen, it's game number 3. CR7 on the blue side. 2 wins against Extremely Slay on the red, who have 0 as of now. Yet to open their account in this MESL. Of course, your casters for this one, myself, Kronos, alongside me, Hockey. You can see already they're trying to go for first blood.
But the Kingsa gets out just in time here from that Sacred Hammer, and the nice treachery coming in from Mr. Death, allowing him to get level 4 faster. It looks like he is going for an aggressive gank here early on. But 26 easy, getting on that Valentina against... the thing is, Feramis, yeah, sure, it may render as a bad pick here, but at the same time, he's such a really good poke, and could give advantage early game that maybe Extremely Slay could make use of later on the game and potentially let them win throughout the entire game like that, right? Maybe they do want to get that lead first in order to have control around the game, around the map itself. But once again, when it comes to a late game, you fully depend on 1-1, and if that 1-1 is countered by the Valentina, Kingsta might be in trouble. There it is.
He might be.
But yeah, like I said, if that 1-1 is countered by that Valentina stealing that Nether Realm, you basically just ruined the entire composition of what you're trying to do.
Your own team, yeah. Oh, look at that. Quad Shadow. Hoshik, he wants to get a little bit of damage on towards him. The poke is there. 26 easy might get pulled out. He doesn't have Demonic Force, so that's a big W for the side of CR7. But right now, Kingsta, he can run away. He has the Guiding Wind, of course. The mobility is present. Mr. Det, level 5. Definitely going to get priority in the terms of Turtle. With Primo, doesn't want to engage, doesn't have the implosion. You can see right now AOG making sure the turtle is reset. They go in, demonic forces there, sacred hammer comes down. You can see netherrealm is popped as well. At the same time, they're trying to dish out the damage. Spear of Alpha was used. Netherrealm coming in from their own side right now. Ogi shadow kill to make sure they survive, and he gets taken down. First blood in the hands of Kingsta, but here comes the return fire. Hoshik goes down, and instantly Mr. Dead picks up another one, but Kingsta, he went in with the flanger, played aggressive with the recall taunts in their faces, trying to say that, hey, we're looking for the reverse sweep. Nothing is impossible when you have the vision. That's what Extremely Slay have right now in their mind.
Like I called it, that farm is in the early game. We'll do something, but the thing is, they gotta keep up that consistency, right? And this is the challenge that they are facing now. Consistency and communication. They gotta keep that on. And let's see if they can keep it on here as we speak, ladies and gentlemen, as they have won that first objective pretty easily. It went pretty well for them. And now they gotta make sure not to throw all that they worked for.
Yeah, they have to not throw it away. Right now, Extremely Slay, we've seen them have such a lead in the game number 2, but they threw it away completely. Why? They got overly aggressive, and right now you can see Kingsta over here. He's the one that's leading the charge. He's the one calling the shots this time, and you can see it. Oh, Primo might get caught out. He gets the Sacred Hammer. Implosion is there, but there's no backup coming in. Pelamatronio a little late, too late to the party, but instantly they get the kill on towards him. But Wicked over here gets the crossbow of Tang unlocked. Pelamatronio is in trouble. He will get taken down. That is 2 down for the side of CR7, and you can see Extremely Slay look like a completely different animal in this game compared to game number 1 and 2.
Yeah, Extremely Slayer now they turned on tryhard mode right now, and they are showing us what they are capable of. But now 26 Easy is looking for something, going in onto Wicked here. Still going in aggressive, but that might put him in trouble. Never mind, he is fine and safe, but that was really aggressive.
Yeah.
The thing is, they gotta get that Hayabusa active, more active, right? Especially on pickoffs. And as we speak of pickoffs here, looks like Bubble is in trouble, but will get out here and doesn't even use the weak shadow kill on the Bubble.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't want to pop that bubble. What to say? He had an extra bit of life with that nether realm. But now that means he has a nether realm for the turtle, which is gonna be coming up soon. They have the rotation from the gold laner as well, main towards that neutral objective. So definitely CR7 not looking to contest that. They want to get the cut onto the top side. So playing it smart, realizing this is not the opportunity for them to go. This Alpha Matilda combination is ruthless if you let it be, and they're just playing smart.
They're like you said, they're a completely different animal, and we're seeing it right now. This is the Extremely Slay that we wanted to see, but there is the AUG coming in from Cristiano Zardo, catching the Phobius here. There it is, the one and only Sacred Hammer with the one and only Bia, but nah, he pulled out the runner here.
Oh no, anything.
Oh no, taken out here by the Spear of Alpha. I mean, come on, the Alpha Matilda combo is just too much for the Hayabusa right now. And as you can see, 2 levels ahead, Mr. Death on that Alpha sure is winning. Is still going for more here. Ooh, Kingsta's looking really low on that HP.
Yeah, he's baiting it out. He has the Guiding Wind on a 26 TZ that's super low in mana as well. So he was just playing some mind games, and looks like CR7, with the strong mentality that they have, they're not gonna, fall for that. They're just waiting to find their opportunity. They're waiting to find their moment, which they're not having, but it's slipping away. The game's starting to slip away. 5k gold lead on the side of Extremely Slay, and they're looking to see to the top side over here, Hockey.
Looks like Hosha is trying to go for a dive here, but it says gotta be picked off here by the side of CR7. There, the Spellmetronia taking the kill with an Nibiru, and it looks like they are looking in for the pushing tower here. Bubble pulling out the damage, but there it is. Wicked is looking for the crossbow tank, but there it is. Another round from the IMU coming in for Sin 26 TZ and just saving Spellmetronia just in time.
Yeah, he is. That Netherrealm kind of saved them, of course. And right now, Mr. Death is just walking into the jungle of anything, who can't really do nothing at this point in time, because this guy is 2 levels ahead. Meanwhile, on the top side, they're trying to kite away, but here comes the Wicked. He already popped the Inspire earlier. Sacred Hammer from the side of Primo as well. Kingsta doesn't want to engage. He has the Guiding Wind to make sure they engage into this purple buff territory, cracking open the jungle for the side of CR7, and now turn their attention into the neutral objective, which they so badly need to extend this goal lead even further from 5.6k to something even later. Like, what is going to be 6 now?
This is about 5k. 4K,
5.8.
5. Well, yeah, this is now.
6.1. It's calling
Math.
numbers right now, folks.
Just call numbers. This is what math does to you. But yeah, right now, I mean, extremely slaying. Looks like they could take this on First Lord, right? Seeing how they're playing right now, especially with Alpha being almost 3 levels ahead.
Ooh.
But yeah, it is tough. They gotta wait for something. They gotta wait for Wickwick to pull out some magical miracle setup, right?
Yeah.
And they need a miracle. That's all I can say. CR7, they need a miracle and they need discipline. They need to wait for the perfect moment. But once again, extremely slay, they realize they can't do any mistakes now. Any mistakes that they have
Oh.
done from the last game, right? If they do it now, they're gonna throw all that hard work for nothing. So they know they have to be playing on point. And right now, they are going for it as the circling even coming in from Kingsta, making out
Oh.
quick here. But there it
Oh, what
is.
an
We're
implosion!
going in with an implosion, but another realm popped in, saving his teammates at the same time, taking that tier 2 tower and applying constant pressure.
Yeah, the pressure's there. It's just absolutely constant. But
Well,
meanwhile, on the top
Metronio.
side, Pelimetronio just gets a freeze real estate. And the bot side earlier, they made the trade as well. Right now, they want to siege into the mid lane tier 2. You can see Spear of Alpha coming out right on time. Mega kill in the hands of Mr. Death to bring in Death on the side of CR7. He is the Grim Reaper indeed in this land of dawn for their side. And right now you can see somehow, some way, CR7 trying to make it out alive by getting some new, trying to get some turret structures. That's what they did. And right now the Lord is going to be up. It's not a luminous one, but the fact that they have the mid lane standing strong for the side of Extremely Slay says it all. Hockey says it. They have the river control. They're definitely going to control this Lord pit. The only way CR7 can make a play is if they get that flicker implosion from Primo, which they're going to see right now. They don't want to
Uh,
engage.
Primo, I don't think they can engage that. It's a bit too risky, especially when you know Bubble has the Purify and the Nether Realm, right? This puts them at so much risk. Um, but this Lord, the thing, it's so risky to also give that Lord because this could determine the game. This could, ladies and gentlemen, put us on the next game already.
Yeah, I mean, if you ask me, it could be possible. They have Wicked, of course, with that crossbow of Tang, and right now you can see that 26TZ already has the Nether Realm. He's waiting for the opportunity. They should wait for the perfect moment, and that will come out when the crossbow of Tang is unlocked. And right now the poke's being dished out on towards Hoshik, which is important. Anything, I wouldn't do that if I were you. So now no Quad Shadow to dive into the back line. The Lord is marching down the mid lane. Holy defense should get procced up soon, Hockey. Take it away.
He's going in there, there's a demonic force with a vengeance, but the implosion is stopping him. It's interrupted once again, and double nether realm coming in there. This Hoshik is taken out by Pelmetronio. Pelmetronio said, nah, I had enough, and is going in with a one on only, but Wicked on the other side is dishing out a lot of damage. Did you see Inspire does have the
Wind
Wind
of
of
Nature.
Nature almost going in on Pelmetronio, trying to get
No.
as much damage as it can, but there it is. Like I said, the Spear of Alpha, if it lands on that Beatrix, it's GG, and like I said, it did, and that is, ladies and gentlemen, is the Alpha Matilda that I was talking about.
Hey, we. Come on, Hockey. Learn to say
Okay,
we, my friend. This guy.
we were talking about.